Welcome back to another episode of Max Level Video Games, where me, Shane, show you guys the ins, the outs, and all abouts of owning your own retro video game store. Project, problem, project, almost done, project, screwed up that. I'm sad about that. As much as I want to show you, I got something else going on. I have some storage unit people, and I got hit up by one of them. And we got 1, 2, 3 boxes of great stuff. But I can't show you that either, because, well, I have to go do other stuff. I have to deliver packages like Santa Claus, because I have to go pay rent as well. So it's a long month already, but it's just the beginning. It's only the 5th of the month. Plus payrolls right pretty much today as well. So I had to pay rent, payroll, a bunch of other stuff, and that lot I just picked up. It's balancing these as best as you possibly can be difficult at times, especially depending on how close your margins are or not. So it's a tight one. It sucks because we had some really good lots come in this last month, so we're still getting them in stock. Plus a huge XYAB order that we had to do as well. Plus some Hyperkin stuff, which is pretty much more money out of your pocket, but that's how it works. That's how you keep businesses going. You got to keep it stocked. And right now, we're looking pretty good. We're pretty stocked at the moment, which is great. But that also means the back, aka us, the repair techs, need to get going because we need to be ahead of what's out here. And for that purpose, I need to go drop all this off, get this done so I can come back and start taking care of that stuff that I need to get ahead with. All right, task 1, check. And another check mark done. Back to the shop, and we actually will be there on time. I thought we were going to be late, but we made it. All right, we made it back in time for all the projects we got to get done. HDMI repair that we did, got to put it back together. All right, PS5 HDMI is done. I just finished this Xbox One S HDMI port repair as well. And as you can tell, it's working right there. Perfect. All right, next I got to work on this and finish this. This screen that's in here is busted. I screwed it up, messing around with it. I changed the front plate, trying to think, oh, maybe there was a crack in the glass. Nope, there's a crack on the screen. And so this ribbon cable and everything isn't working properly. So I'm hopefully can find another one in here that's working correctly and it's the right one. And then put this back together and get it out. All right, so we got this red one that we got all fixed and working. It needs to be tested all the way, but it is back to working screen. Test all the buttons and everything. Shell swapped it from this thing. This thing was rough, so this is slightly better. Unfortunately, those have to wait. We have a controller, and this thing is just constantly spinning, which isn't a good thing. Oh, Jesus. All right, so I've kind of already taken this apart to see what's going on. I'll show everyone YouTube land. All right, we got the cover off. I was taking a look at it. This one seems fine. It's not spinning. All right, it's spinning a little bit. Needs to be tightened. No? Well, this one's just constantly spinning. The stick's fine. The stick top of it with the threads are completely broken. I'm going to try to get the threads out of this, replace the stick itself, but I don't even know if I can get the threads out. It's pretty bad. The customer stated that they were playing a game that you use your hand, and it broke. So I'm going to try to pick it out, see if I can unscrew it. Maybe. I don't know. This might be a lost cause. But we're going to try first and then go from there. The pick is working. It is slowly coming out, but it's working. We are just slowly but surely unthreading it from its location. And it's working. It's great. All right. I'm going to continue getting this hopefully enough out that we can, as long as the threads aren't destroyed, we should be okay. And there we go. It's out of the hole. We got it. Doesn't look like the threads are too bad in there. Yeah, they look like they're still in good condition, so be careful with your systems and your controllers. I'm kind of excited to do this. I've been wanting to do this for a while now, so let's see if this works. We're just going to tin all the places we need to put all the caps and resistors, and then we're going to reflow all the chips from this side and this side and the caps and see if it works. So it's going to be a fun project. I've actually never done one of these yet. So C1, Z1, C3, all this. R2 has nothing. Then we have the ROM chip, these two. C2, R1, of course, that. All right. I've gone and fluxed everything. We're going to have tin everything up that we need. That flows pretty well. Actually, might even have too much flux on it. Okay. Now the fun part, taking pieces and putting them on the other one. We'll just start from the top and work our way down. Let the surface tension do everything for us. Next, we'll take this capacitor. There we go. Take the chip. Come on, Mr. Chip. Okay, might have to reflow that a bit, but it's okay. These caps on there. Next is the ROM chip. Okay, that cooled down. Nope. Of course I had to move. Okay. Next, we'll get this cap. Okay, next gonna be this chip. Come on. Stay still, you stupid chip. Alright, Mr. Motherboard, stop moving. Alright. I believe that's all the components off of the original board. Now they're all on this board. I'm going to reflow the connections around the chips and stuff just to make sure they're all connected properly. Make sure there's enough solder on all the points. Now I got dried up flux. I'll clean it after I'm done. ROM chip's a little to the right, but as long as it's connected, it shouldn't be horrible. Okay, clean it up, and we're gonna do the first test. Ooh, we're gonna get the first cleanup. Try to get most of the flux off here. I'm not gonna put the battery on just yet. I just want to see it load before I do anything else. Okay. Try to suck up most of the solder. Flux, actually, not solder. It's not perfect, but it should be able to work. Let's go ahead and put it in. Let's see if it fits first. Okay. Looks almost the same. Okay. Alright. Here goes the moment of truth. Did we bring this back to life? Nintendo? Yes. There's Charmander. Look at that. It is working. We did it. I'm extremely happy. We pretty much took a board that was not working, bad traces, corroded, put it on a brand new PCB board, and this thing is working like a charm. I'm extremely happy that that is a possibility, because there are some of these that are extremely bad boards. The ROMs are perfectly fine, but the boards themselves have a lot of corrosion and damage. So we just pretty much saved this thing's life with a brand new board. Now there's a portion of me that actually wants to take the motherboard from my original, this is my original, and swap it with this board, just so people don't get a little weary that this is a fake, because it's not. It's the same original chips, just on a different board. So I don't want people to go, oh my gosh, it's a fake game. It's actually not. So I'm not sure if I want to do that or not. Unfortunately, we will have to throw this away, but the good thing is we're learning and growing, which we potentially could start selling these PCBs. I know they're not original PCBs like these, but these can get damaged pretty bad, and you know what? Our job is to keep these games alive as long as possible, and sometimes we can repair them as best as we possibly can, trying to find exactly how many vias that are broken and everything else, or we could replace the board a lot faster, a lot easier, and get these games back out to the public and being used and played again and loved. Man, Emily forgot we went to Goodwill. We didn't record it, but we got some games and a Rubik's Cube.
He sat in the aisle and played it for like 20 minutes.
I almost got it. It's been a while, but I kind of almost remember the algorithms to get it solved. I used to solve the Rubik's Cube in front of the kids and then mess it up and said, if you can solve it, you get X prize or whatever they wanted. So to try to teach them to solve Rubik's Cubes, because they are solvable. All right, I am testing all these PlayStations, just seeing if they even work. This came out of this box that we got, which we're just seeing if it works. Most of these are pretty rough. We have a bunch in the back already too. We actually need more of the controllers, but we mostly sell them with the original controllers, not with the dual shock ones. Just because people confuse these ones for PS2s, and they're not the same and they don't work. You can use PS2 DualShock 2s on PlayStation 1s, but you can't use PlayStation 1 DualShock 1s on PlayStation 2s. The more you know. I bought this motherboard to replace the other motherboard, which is right here, this E11-01. And so this one was going to be replaced. And then I realized while looking at the actual motherboard on here that I was missing a capacitor right there, C3. And I was like, there's no way. So this was Castlevania. We've had issues. We've actually worked on this before. Then it came back and worked on it again. And then it came back. This time was our final work on it. And I realized that capacitor was missing. So I replaced the capacitor to see if it would work. Essentially, it wasn't saving. The capacitor fixed it. Which means I ordered a board for no reason, just because C3 was missing and it wasn't saving. And just to show it is working, which I showed before, so I must have screwed up the capacitor when I was working on it last time and maybe got rid of it or something. Maybe I was messing around with a chip or something. But if we select data, max level, look at that, there's a save. Yeah. Why'd you give me a PlayStation? What does this say? Clean plus move from warehouse. So yes, that tiny little capacitor on C3 was missing. I replaced it and voila, it's working. So we bought a motherboard for no reason. So now I'm going to look and see if there's any other games that could use it. Maybe we'll find a bonked one. Who knows? Maybe I can even try to sell it on our website for this specific model number of Game Boy Advance games. Which the list is pretty good. F-Zero, Hamtaro, Kirby's Amazing Mirror, Nightmare, Dreamland, Metroid, both of them, Pokemon Pinball, Yu-Gi-Oh, and then Aria of Sorrow. So maybe we could find like a Pinball or maybe even some Metroids that aren't working, and maybe we could fix them. Even though technically I've fixed this thing now 3 times. I hope it never comes back. So yeah, we're probably just going to put this on our website, maybe even on eBay for a replacement if someone has one that's broken. It's actually pretty easy if you have the right tools. If you don't have the right tools, it could be difficult. We are waiting for the other half of these for Fire Emblem and all those motherboards I ordered. So that is where it gets expensive. I don't even think we'll make money. I'm hoping to make most of my money back on the back end of it, selling them, but they're very... like 4 different games on the Game Boy Advance that use that motherboard. So, you know, this is a learning experience for me because most of the time we don't deal with the stuff like this. Most of the time we just fix the motherboards like I did with this one. But hey, sometimes I wasn't paying attention, clearly.
Number 12. These are all the chocolates.
Mew. Mew. Nice. We got the 2 I care about. That one and that one. Nice.
Yay.
Thank you, Hershey's. Thank you, Emily.
You're welcome.
So yay, we got Castlevania again. This is the 3rd time I fixed this thing. Hopefully it doesn't come back. I am extremely happy. I still got to put the battery on and not drop it.